we continue with the interactive section? Hello,
Yeah,
Dylan. Can you hear me?
sure. First, I want to say congratulations. Yes, I can.
Okay, okay.
First,
Thank
I
you.
want to say congratulations to the winner right now, and I just want to say, yeah, sure, we can continue about like telling more
Okay.
people about the smart.
All right. All right, guys. So like I said before, sorry for the little break in transmission, guys. Dylan, I read in the white paper, there's smart network. Can you introduce the smart network to the attendees?
That's very kind of you. Like as I said just now, like before, like involving ourselves, like to every project, we should read and give a try to read the white paper. So during like if you guys like read the white paper of our project, like you're gonna say like you're gonna hear that a lot of times what about smart network. So mostly you can ask like what is the smart network? Like we always hear smart network, like what is this? So let me say smart finance will launch the smart network in 90 days. And after the grand genesis phase that I mentioned earlier, the governance and the data validation of the smart network will be managed and run directly by the blockchain server. So all the smart holders will be able to participate on the blockchain server provided by Smart Finance and become a validation nodes. And each validation node that participates in the management of operation will directly benefit from the Smart Finance project. The revenue amount is positively related to the number of validation nodes that users have. Understand? And then for the validation nodes in Smart Finance blockchain server will be part of the largest decentralized gaming network. And the total number of 40,000 will remain fixed. Becoming a node required 10,000 smart token. And each validation node will gain benefits from the vault. So each validation node is locked for 90 days, okay? And after which user can choose to cancel their status and retrieve the smart to stake it smart. They can also choose to continue being a validation node and enter the next lock-in period. And each validation node has a specific node. For every 90 validation nodes codes generated, user need to stake about 0.1% more tokens to get a new node. The code will not change a user status. Withdrawing from or continuing to be a validation node, the defined weight of a node will not be affected by the number of smarts staked. But nodes that finish the lock-in period can be traded through the smart platform. Earlier validated nodes will receive a more advantageous trading price. So to ensure that the operation of validation nodes is highly tied to user promotion contribution, we map the final hash of the nodes to a user promotion ability. Thus, the more a user contributes to the ecological development of smart finance early, the higher revenue received for each single node in the blockchain server. That is a good question. So I have some good news for the community and for people and for the users as well. So we can say that smart finance is working well according to a plan. So I'm glad to say and happy to say that the next month will be officially launched. Our next plan is like we have a lot of things for the coming years. Like, I mean the coming month. So the most important things that I have to say is the next month will be officially launched. I do promise everyone that the next month is officially launched. Our next plan for the last part of 2022 is we are working on developing and testing the SDAO. And another thing is smart finance. We're gonna be officially launched, and that's the main goals that we are going to do and going to work on for the next month. And then another thing is we are gonna say that the Grand Genesis phase. We're gonna officially launch it as well. That's for the end of the 2022, and for the next year, which is 2022 and 23, we're gonna operate the smart network, and we're gonna test the SDAO. That's for the first part. For the second part of 2023, we have a plans to promote the global blockchain game guild, and introduced the metaverse development and financial system and become the world's largest Web3 blockchain game traffic portal. And for the last part of 2023, I'm sure guys we're gonna reach at 30% of the total number of smart network nodes.
Thank you, Dan. I believe with this, users can know when and when to expect each product on Smart Finance. And so, guys, you've heard from Dylan. There are whole lot of potential on Smart Finance, and we'll be moving to the live question and answer section, just segment, just like I said in the beginning of this AMA section. And before that, we will have another lucky draw in 1 minute. So you can be preparing your questions. You understand? I will pick. All right, guys. Congratulations to the third lucky draw winners. So we'll be going to the live question and answer section. So guys, so if you want to just raise up your hand, and I will give you the microphone to ask Dylan your question about smart finance.
What are the strategy you are going to do to onboard Web2 users, people who aren't in crypto? Like what partnerships? I think that's the major focus right now in this bear market. That's one of the major focus right now. So what does Smart Finance plan to do? What partnerships are in the works?
So basically, like you are talking about, is there any partnership with games yet to be launched, right? That's your question.
Yes, one, and how are you going to attract people who aren't in crypto? That's
Yeah, sure. So we are in contact with some games project and some partners, and after the SF is officially launched, this project will also start cooperation with SF. I hope I did answer your question already in a short form.
okay. All right.
I hope that answers your question, Lexon. And thank you for coming up. So you are our number one winner from the live question and answer section. So before bringing up the second person that wants to answer question, that want to ask question, we will have another lucky draw session again. So guys, sit back and enjoy this section.
Here we are. Like we got a question right now that is like some of them like asking about. mm he's asking about what is what is the what's the motivation behind the projects, right? That's a good question, actually. So we can say that since it appears in 2019, GameFi had not seen phenomenal market success till the end of 2020. So not had been any economic prudence yielding considerate benefits. However, the dormant GameFi saw its end as WGC, so the largest blockchain gaming guild appeared, and the large-scale swarming of users AXS passed up the AXS tokens to grow a thousand times in a short time. So the IGCI daily earning reached a peak of $40 million, most of which were distributed to EGG members. The governance token EGG reached a maximum market value of 1 billion. However, because of the IGG adopts the membership model, participants need manually play games. The efficient and growth scale of the guild are limited. So, the shrinking of GameFi 1.0 ecology makes it more difficult for IGG to capture better quality for the blockchain games.
a question from Darren. Darren from one of our attendees is asking about the consensus program of Smart Finance. What can you explain in details what the consensus program of Smart Finance is?
Yeah, sure, 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 sure. That's gonna be a pleasure, of
Okay.
course. So
Okay. Thank you.
at first, it's a good question like to ask. It's a kind of smart question. So I can say that smart finance can help us users to get highly profits in the game. So smart finance will vault shares a similar operation principle as the traditional vaults, and it will switch the fans to a higher yielding GameFi and NFT project to conduct the various forms of mining. You understand?
Yes,
So it's
sure.
very important. It's
Okay. Okay.
it's very important. It's very important event for us these days. Like we hope that through this event everyone can build a consensus of CF. Like the keyword share to earn means share the information of our projects with our friends. There is a chance to get rewards. In the near future, we will have many opportunities to retweet and get rewarded. There will be more events, and please follow us and stay tuned for it.
Yeah.
Basically, guys, it's time to say like goodbye and have a good day for everyone. The guys in have the morning side, and for the guys who are in the night shift, like we can say good night to you guys, and we are very glad and we appreciate you like your listening and your time here. And of course, we're gonna see you again in another time, telling you more and more about our project, our plan, sharing our ideas, and listening, of course, to your questions and answering all of them. And thank you for your listening, and see you in another time. It was very nice, and I appreciate your listening, guys. Thank you so much.